Today we will take again a very short chapter and your favorite chapter, that is a prescription. In the prescription always there is a 10-mark question, or it may come for the 20 marks. So it is a very short question. You have to prepare this prescription very nicely. In the prescription chapter, in the very much beginning they have given the certain abbreviations. The abbreviations means these are the short forms, or these abbreviations are very much useful while you are writing prescription. This will save your time of the prescriber, and this will give the clear direction to the pharmacist in a very short space. Uh, these abbreviations, they are in a Latin or in a Greek word, and English meaning is also given in that table. And during our lectures previously in the college, I have marked the certain abbreviations. So please read that abbreviations. Actually you have to learn all the abbreviations, but frequently asked abbreviation I have marked you in your book. So please read that abbreviations, because again there is a short question for 2 marks related to that abbreviation. Always in the question number 1, they have asked about the English meaning of the following abbreviation. Question is like that. So I will take only few examples, but I have marked in your book. So the examples of this abbreviation and how you should write it. Suppose they have asked you, what is the meaning of ALTHOR? That is the Latin or the Greek word is alternis horis. So that means every other R. If it is AQ FERV, that is the aqua fervens. That means hot water. Suppose it is uh, s- uh, CIB, that is the CBUS. So the English meaning of that CBUS is the food. So in this way, you have to write down the English meaning as well as if you know the Greek or the Latin meaning. So here there is a one question for you. What is the Latin and the English meaning of GT, capital G, small t? Second one is PC, capital P, capital C. Third one is um, SOS, capital S, O and S. And fourth one is QH, capital Q and capital H. So you have to give me the four meaning or English meaning of these four abbreviations. So this is about the abbreviation, which will save your time, save your space, and this will give the clear indication to the prescriber and to the pharmacist. So directly we will move towards the prescription. So this homeopathic prescription. So what is the prescription? It is a guideline which is given by a physician to the patient, or it may be the guideline which is given by the physician to the pharmacist. So the word prescription, it is again a Latin word. So that Latin is a prescripto. So it means before I write, yani before means para and scribo means I write. So that is the prescription. So prescription is a written direction which is given by physician to his own compounder or any pharmacist for the preparation of medicine, as well as instructions to the patient for the mode of its intake. So the writing of prescription is necessary when a physician has to give a remedy to the patient through his compounder, or wants to get it served from a professional pharmacist. Generally, we are keeping all the drugs with us in the OPD. But if some drugs are not available, or if you want to prescribe the certain external applications or mother tincture or LM potency, so in that case, we are writing the prescription. It is valuable document and it must be properly written and must be preserved by a pharmacist, compounder, or the patient after it has been served. And hence, this prescription is important. If the physician serves a prescription from his own medicinal stock, then there is no question of writing prescription. In this case, he just records in his diary or his book exclusively kept for his future reference, along with the name of the patient, address of the patient, and all the primary information, and prescribe remedy with potency and the dose. This is what we are routinely doing in our OPD. But if the physician wants to serve a prescription by to his compounder or to the pharmacist, then he should write a prescription in such a way that that compounder or the pharmacist should not cause any problem while reading that, so that that pharmacist or the compounder can do or can dispense the medicine very easily. Hence, it is a valuable document which is written by the physician. It should be preserved by pharmacist and compounder, and sometime, as we have discussed in the ethical code key, we cannot open the, or we should not discuss the history of the patient with the others. The secrecy should be maintained. But in case of medical legal cases, we have to share all the things in front of judge. So at that time, this prescription is important. This can be a legal evidence in that cases. So this prescription has the certain parts. So these are the 4 parts, and they are having the ideal prescription are having the certain rules, or they are having the certain pattern. So first one is, we will see first principles of it. So in that principle, the first one is the norm, and that is a rule. So norm is the most important in the ideal prescription. Prescription must be written in a definite manner. That is, it should have superscription, it should have inscription, subscription, and signature. Inscription should never return before subscription. So we have to follow this pattern. On the other hand, superscription should not be returned after subscription. Maintenance of proper arrangement as superscription, inscription, subscription, and the signature is essential if you want to make an ideal prescription. And second is, this is the rule. The second is the form, that is the shape. So the prescription writing, it should be in a simpler form. Either it may be in a English, or you can write down in a Latin. Suppose if you want to give the prescription to the patient, if you want to give the medicine to the patient in that, and you want to write that he take the Pulsatilla 200 doses, 2 doses, 2 times a day. So you can write down in a English form, or you can write down BD, that is the 2 times a day. So you can write down 2 times a day in the English, or you can write down the abbreviation, or you can write down the Latin meaning of that, QID, BD, TID. So anything you can write down. If you want to give 4 times a day, then you will write down quarter in die. That is the Latin meaning of that 4 times a day. If you want to give in a BD or BID, you will write down bis in dance, or you can write down twice a daily. So either in the form of English or Latin you can write. So but it should have a proper form. If you want to write down then all the abbreviation in the Latin, then all the abbreviation should be in the Latin. There should not be the mixture of the English. In this way it should possess a simpler form. The third point is legibility. Prescription should be written in such a way that a compounder or pharmacist faces no difficulty with his prescription. So your handwriting should be readable to that pharmacist or to that compounder. It should be clearly written there. There should not be any scribbling there, so that they can understand what you have written there. The next one is the accuracy and the reliability of the ingredients. So आप जो लिख रहे हो, it should be accurate. If you want to prescribe sepia 1 m, please write down it properly. So it will have the legibility, it will have the accuracy, and this will have the reliability. The next one is administrating the smaller dose that will cure the patient very easily. So as far as possible, give the minimum dose to the patient. And the most important thing is there should not be any dash dash in the prescription. डैश टाइप ऑफ मेडिसिन. सो मैंने जब आपको क्लास में पढ़ाया था तब मैंने ये पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन किया था कि these type of medicine should not be written by the physician in the prescription. We should avoid these type of medicine or these type of treatment we should avoid. So what type of that medicine we should avoid? That is your second question. So your first question is the abbreviations that I have given you, 4 abbreviation, and second question is a dash type of medicine should not be prescribed by the physician in the prescription, or we can say that this type of practice we should not follow. Okay, so that is your second question. This prescription should not contain any scribbling. It should not be have any improper pattern. So we have to maintain it norms, it forms. Norms means we have to follow the proper sequence. Second, forms, it should have the proper shape. We have to use the one language for that. You can write down in English, you can write down in a Latin, or you can use your any vernacular language. But it should not be a khichdi. One language should be used. The third one is the legibility. That means आपके handwriting वहाँ पे अच्छी होनी चाहिए. It should be easily readable by the pharmacist or by the compound, and the accuracy and the reliability of the ingredients are important. So आप जो भी वो patient को लिख कर दोगे, वो company भी आप वहाँ पे लिख कर दे सकते हो, otherwise loose में वो खरीदेगा. So better you can write down the reliability, a reliable source. And the last one is you should prescribe the minimum dose. And what you should not prescribe, that is your question. Now we will see the parts of this prescription. So first part, as we have seen in the norms, so first part is the superscription. So this superscription includes the name of the patient. Why it is important, the name of the patient? It should be at the top. So why we require the name? So that we can identify that patient, we can call that patient. So for that the name is important. And the second one is the age of the patient. Why it is important? Because the certain diseases, they are very common to the that particular age group, and hence the physician must write down the age. Second thing is that in the pediatric cases, we can assess the height and the weight of that child. We can assess the growth and the development of that child. Certain cases also or the certain diseases also, they are very common in the pediatric age group. For example, the child may have the recurrent pharyngitis or the tonsillitis, or that child may have the mumps, which are very common, measles or the chicken pox. They are comparatively a common at the lower age group. But the diseases like enlarged prostate or the cataract, these are common problems for the older age group. So these are the some diseases, they are common age wise. Second thing is that regarding the posology, we know the susceptibility of the small child and the older age. The susceptibility is very less, and hence for giving the potency to the patient, we require the age of that patient. So we can give the lower potency or the medium potency to the child of that older age. It is as the age increases, the susceptibility or the immunity will increases. um, so actually the susceptibility I am taking it as a immunity. But when you will read in your book, they it mentioned that as the age increases, gradually the susceptibility decreases. So here they take the susceptibility towards the disease. Okay, so the susceptibility of the children is more that they have given, and with the advancement of age, it gradually decreases. So higher potencies are usually required in children and lower to medium potency in the aged individual. So you have to write down that only ki susceptibility is higher in the children. So but this is not a common rule, because the certain children, they are very weak, their susceptibility is very less, their immune power is very less. So better way, you can prescribe the lower potency to the children and the lower potency to the older age. Then the sign RX, that means uh, to give, or this RX is the that is not important in the treatment, but this is only the sign. The physician remember the name God before writing a prescription. That is, I will treat, I treat, I am curing. So that is a Roman word है वो RX. उसका जो shape वो एक devil और क्या बोलते डेमोन के बीच लड़ाई हुई थी, तो वो किंग का आई जो था वो डैमेज हो गया ड्यूरिंग दैट फाइट, एंड द शेप ऑफ, फिर वो देन इट बिकेम हील, वो कोई तो भी मेडिसिन यूज करके वो हील हो गया, द शेप ऑफ दैट आई जो तो हो गया था आर एक्स, जो जैसे वो लोग लिखते हैं आर एक्स वैसे हुआ था, and that's why we are using the sign RX, nothing else. So in this way, as the age, the lower if it is older age or children, according to the susceptibility, we are giving the medicine. Lower the susceptibility, lower the potency, higher the susceptibility, higher the potency, and that's why we are giving writing the age here, the name of the patient for the identification. Otherwise we will not know कि ये किसका है paper. If you are writing, some physicians are in a habit to write down the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6, and in front of that a number they are writing the name, but the name they are writing, but only on the prescription or for their references they are writing 1A 1B 1C. So that is depends upon you. Then conventional signs, that is the RX, that is I am giving. So all these things should be in the superscription. This RX represents God Jupiter, and okay, these are about the superscription. So what things you have to write down here: the name of the patient, age of the patient, RX, and the address of the patient is also here in the superscription. Why the address is important? Because the certain diseases, they are again very common in that particular locality. This locality is important where the patient comes from. There may be the prevalence of the certain diseases in that particular locality. So by knowing the address, the physician may inquire about that. If the physician comes from the slum area where there is a contamination of water or the impure things are available, so we will ask that patient to relocate and we will get the idea of that disease. If the patient, second thing is that we can give the advice about the water, food and the locality. If in that particular area malaria का prevalence अगर ज़्यादा है तो we can think on that point. जैसे मैंने कल बोला था कि when you are practicing in the particular community वहाँ पे कौन से diseases ज़्यादा होते हैं, अगर किसी epidemic आता है किसी चीज़ का तो you have to inform to the higher health authority. वैसे ही अगर वो जो एरिया है, इफ इट इज अ स्लम एरिया और द एरिया विच इज नॉट प्रॉपर कि जहाँ पे डिसीज प्रिवेलेंस बहुत ज्यादा है, so you will advise the patient in that way. Second thing is that if that patient is coming from the long distance, then you can give him the medicine for the longer period of time because he may face the difficulty to come to you again and again. So generally in the chronic diseases, we are giving him the medicine for the longer time. And the third thing is that he if that patient is residing nearby to the OPD, then in the acute cases, the physician can call him for his as the physician want. 2 दिन में 3 दिन में उसको बुला सकता है. He can communicate very well with the patient. LM potency अगर देता है physician, so in that case he has to report after 2 to 3 days. So in this way, this distance matter and hence the address is important. Then the sex of the patient is again important here because same the certain diseases they are common to the female, certain diseases are common to the male genital system, female genital system. Accordingly they will have the diseases, and we with that reason, second reason again for the susceptibility and the potency, we should know the gender of that patient. So we have to mention all these things in the superscription. So name, age, address, gender, and the RX, all these values or all these quantities should be there in the superscription. Second one is the inscription. This is the important or it is known as the body of the prescription, because here you are mentioning the name of the medicine, which medicine you want to give to the patient. So the name of the medicine, potency of the medicine, quantity of the vehicle, all these things you are mentioning in the inscription. The name of the medicine is very much important with the potency. It should be written clearly so that that pharmacist or the compounder will read it properly, and the quantity of vehicle also. This is the most important part in the prescription because the name and the potency is here as well as vehicle. The third one is the subscription. So this subscription is involved. Sorry. It is instruction which is given to the pharmacist. So that pharmacist will dispense and can combine the medicine with that particular vehicle. It includes the direction to the pharmacist or to the compounder how to dispense the given medicine. For example, if you want to give the medicine in the form of mixture, or if you want to give this medicine in any vehicle, so you have to write down there. Suppose it is the mist means mishura, So that means it is a mixture of 2 to 3 medicine, या फिर mixture आप दे सकते हो जैसे LM potency, you have to write down there properly. So in this way, this is the instruction to the compound. The last one is the signature. So this signature includes the signature of that physician with the registration number and the date. And if you want to write down this signature, actually having two parts. First one is the direction to the patient, how the medicine should be taken, when to report, along with the signature of the physician and date of prescription. This is the second part. So in the first part, you can give the direction to the patient, how this medicine should be taken. So make you can write down the proper direction there. You can brief or a simple language may you can write down. You can use your Marathi language, Hindi language, or any vernacular language if you want to give the instruction to the patient. Second thing is that how you are prescribing this medicine in the mild, moderate, or according to the severe cases. If the patient is severe, you can write down take this medicine hourly or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. If the patient is in a moderate condition, you write down there हे औषध 4 तासांनी घ्या. So you can write down in any vernacular language. The second thing is the follow-up date, when he will come to you again. That is the follow-up. So he will report on that XYZ date. Then if you want to give the certain advice to the patient, for example, do not eat the cold food, do not eat the spicy food, do not eat the non-veg food, or do the exercise daily, or regarding the yoga or the physiotherapy, if you want to refer that patient to any specialist or any consultant, here you can write down. और you if you want to do the certain investigation, suppose CBC करना है आपको, एक्सरे करना है या फिर USG करना है, so all these pathological things also you can write down in this part कि do the USG, abdominal USG और CBC, उसमें आपको thyroid test करने, so you should write down all the investigations in this part. So this is about the direction to the physician. The second part is of course important, the signature of the patient, registration number which is given by him by MCH, that is the Maharashtra Council of Homeopathy, and the date of the prescription. So this is the complete manner of the ideal prescription. So this is the prescription for, that is the name वहाँ पे आएगा, age वहाँ पे आएगा, address वहाँ पे आएगा, gender वहाँ पे आएगा, that is the superscription. Second आया यहाँ पे है Belladonna 30, that is the name of the medicine and potency. कैसे देना है, TDS into 2 days, so 3 times a day for the 2 days. Here I am not giving this prescription to the pharmacist or to the compounder, so there is no need to write down the vehicle. Then how to take it, mix well and keep 4 globules at a time on tongue and chew them. This is the direction how you can take the medicine. Report after the 2 days. Then this is the last, that is the registration number, signature. Of course address of the patient वहाँ पे stamp ही लगा हुआ रहता है. So this is the prescription. Now what precautions you should take while you are writing this prescription? So the each line should begin with the capital letter. Just see here, M यहाँ पे है capital, T भी यहाँ पे capital है, P भी यहाँ पे capital है. So all these letters should be a capital one. Second thing is that the name of the medicine and its potency should be written first, and then name of the vehicle and quantity. अगर मैंने यहाँ पे फार्मासिस्ट को बोला होता तो I would like here कि यहाँ पे मैं ऐड कर सकती हूँ कुछ भी कि give in the aqua distilla or alcohol or anything. The third thing is The direction to the patient should be written in a simple language. Good handwriting is again important. If there is some scribbling, it is very difficult to him to understand. Dispenser must be given a proper medicine or the vehicle as it is prescribed by the physician. Then when in doubt always write in English. अगर आपको पता नहीं है कि लैटिन में उसको क्या बोलते हैं, you prefer the English there, or you can use any vernacular language, and never hand over the prescription without reading it. कैसे भी लिख दिया और कैसे भी दे दिया पेशेंट को, सो यू शुड नॉट बी इन अ हरी, बिकॉज ये मेडिको लीगल एविडेंस हो सकता है इन केस ऑफ इमरजेंसी. Prescription writing is compulsory of the physician, or prescription writing is must for a physician. Every homeopathic physician must write the prescription, and it should be handed over to the patient. But why it is compulsory, that we will see in the advantages. So the advantages for the patient, अगर हमने prescription दिया है, so we are having some advantages, and also the patients are also having the certain advantages. So the advantages कौन से हैं? The patient, the first one is the proper time of the dose. जो आपने signature part में, first part में आपने उसको जो लिख कर दिया है, how the medicine should take, उसके वो काम में आएगा. The patient can take the prescribed medicine on proper time. He can take it in the proper form. उसको पानी में लेना है या सिर्फ टंग पे ही लेना है. So he will know how to take that medicine. So proper time of the doses he will get along with the proper form. Second thing is that if you advise the certain measures that will remember by the patient, कौन सी चीजें खानी है, कौन सी चीजें नहीं खानी है, एक्सरसाइज करना है, योगा करना है, या उसको फिजियोथेरेपी अगर आपने सजेस्ट की है, so he will take that proper measures if we are writing in the prescription. नहीं तो patient भूल जाएगा. देन थर्ड थिंग इज, वहाँ पे आपने इन्वेस्टिगेशंस भी अगर आपने उसको लिख कर दिए है, सो ही विल प्रोड्यूस दैट पेपर इन फ्रंट ऑफ दैट पैथोलॉजिस्ट और द रेडियोलॉजिस्ट, सो दैट उसको फिर से वापस नहीं आना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि सर्टन इन्वेस्टिगेशंस दे रिक्वायर द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द डॉक्टर. सो इन दैट केस इट इज important. The patient can take the help of that prescription and do the certain examinations. Then in the urgent cases, he can talk with the physician. Suppose that patient in the moderate condition of the disease, but suddenly if it is transferred to the severe one, then anybody from his family can call that physician and describe the condition of the patient, और physician के पास आने तक he can take the one dose. So in the urgent cases, he can communicate easily with the physician over the phone, or the any relative can come to his chamber, and he can take the medicine. And that's why the address and the telephone number is important on the prescription. So these are the certain advantages for the prescription, and hence the prescription writing is important. The certain advantages to physician also. So what the advantages for the physician? For the patient under treatment, जो हमारे पास अभी भी पेशेंट आ रहा है उसके लिए, the physician can easily look on the prescription record of the patient, and on the basis of that he can check the date, then the name of the patient and the references if any अगर वहाँ पे लिखा है तो we can identify that patient very easily. अगर पेशेंट आपके पास प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लेके आएगा, सो वो आपको नाम और एज वगैरह सब देख के यू कैन रिमेम्बर दैट पेशेंट. Second thing is that it is most important thing, that is the second prescription. So in the second prescription, we can give the complementary medicine, cognate medicine, then follow well medicine or placebo. So if you know the previous medicine, its potency and the repetition, then we can give easily the second prescription. because we are giving the second prescription when the first prescription acted well. So this, in respect to that, the previous medicine is important, which we will get from the prescription. Third thing is that the follow-up. The physician can follow up the case properly, whether the patient improved or deteriorated by taking the first prescription. So उसके जो symptoms थे patient को 15, 20, 5, 7, 3, 2, तो हमने depend on that by taking your medicine in a proper way, by following the diet regime and all these things you have advised, तो वो patient को relief है या नहीं है, या patient deteriorate हो रहा है. So from all these things or all these records he will get from the prescription, and that's why the prescription is important. Those for those patients they are under the treatment. For the second prescription it is very much important, because in that second prescription if you prescribe previously apismel, in the second prescription we cannot give the Rustox because it is the inimical. So we know कि पहले मैंने उसको एपिसमेल दिया था तो अभी मैं उसको रेस्ट्रॉक्स नहीं दे सकती हूँ. After some months we can, because the action of that epismel is up to the 15 days, तो वो span में हमको उसको रेस्ट्रॉक्स नहीं देना है, because these two medicines are inimical to each other. So ये हमको याद रहना चाहिए, and for that we require the prescription. Then if the patient, जैसे हमने कल डिस्कस किया था कि हम कंसल्टेंसी में जा सकते हैं या हम भी किसी को कंसल्टेंसी में बुला सकते हैं, वैसे ही पेशेंट अगर आपके पास आया है दूसरे फिजिशियन से, दूसरे कोई फिजिशियन ने उसको भेजा है, या पेशेंट ने वो ट्रीटमेंट आधी अधूरी छोड़ दी है, इन दैट केस ऑल्सो दिस प्रिस्क्रिप्शन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. तो फॉर द पेशेंट कमिंग फ्रॉम अनदर फिजिशियन, सो आपको क्या क्या बेनिफिट वहाँ पे मिलेंगे. If the patient can supply the name of homeopathic medicine which he took from that previous physician, then it is easy for you to select the medicine. अगर वो वहाँ पे रेस्ट्रॉक्स ले रहा है, so here you cannot give the epismel, तो फिर आप लास्ट मेडिसिन का नाम देख के you can prescribe him the another thing. Second thing is that if that patient is still in the action of that medicine, if the action of the medicine is continue of that first prescription, then what we are giving, generally we are giving unmedicated globules, that is the placebo. Suppose that patient is under the treatment of sulfur, so sulfur की जो action है it remains for the 1 month, और वो पेशेंट अगर आपके पास थर्ड वीक में आता है, then you cannot interfere with the action of the medicine of that sulfur. तो वहाँ पे आपको अनमेडिकेटेड ग्लोब्यूल्स ही देना है. अगर आपने वहाँ पे गलती से कोई मेडिसिन दे दी, एक्यूट प्रूव्ड मेडिसिन, so that will completely disturb the treatment of action by the first medicine or given by the first physician, and hence that prescription is important. Third thing is that if the physician comes from the allopathic treatment, so developing this may develop the certain adverse effect, then the medicine lastly taken by the patient should be known from the prescription. तो उसने एंटीबायोटिक ली है या एनाल्जेसिक्स ली है या मल्टीविटामिन लिया है या कोई इंजेक्शन लिया है, so all these information you will get from this prescription. And if you are having the tattopathic medicines, मानसी ने मुझे ये पूछा था what are the tattopathic medicines, so these are the medicines from the allopathy, but we are preparing this medicine in the form of homeopathy. कैसे? By doing the potentization, because this is only the thing which we are doing differently from the allopathy. We are doing the dynamization of it. Why? Because our vital force is dynamic, and if you want to treat that dynamic vital force, we have to give the medicine which is a dynamic, because our law is law of similia, similia similibus curenter. So जो जैसा है वैसे ही उसको मेडिसिन दो. सो वो डायनामिक है वाइटल फोर्स विच इज डिस्टर्ब, तो मेडिसिन भी उसको ट्रीट करने के लिए डायनामिक ही होनी चाहिए, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी आर गिविंग द डायनामिक मेडिसिन बाय डूइंग द पोटेंटाइजेशन. So allopathic medicines जो है, when you are doing the dynamization or the potentization, that is known as a catopathic medicine, which can be administered to the patient for the antidote purpose. So अगर उसने streptomycin पहले ली है, so in that case you can give the potentized form of streptomycin which are not readily available in the market. You have to purchase it directly from the company. अगर शोबे से आपको वो मेडिसिन अवेलेबल है तो यू कैन परचेस इट फ्रॉम द शोबे या एसपीएल. दे आर नॉट रेडिली अवेलेबल. तो आपको अगर ये आप टेटोपैथिक मेडिसिन यूज करना चाहते हो तो यू कैन purchase it from the pharmaceutical direct manufacturing company. So this is the one way of treating the by using the tetrapachic medicine. Or we are also having our weapon, that is Nux vomica. So you give the Nux vomica to the patient for 2 to 3 days. It will remove all the side effects of that particular medicine. The next is the previous prescription, or the prescriptions helps the physician to know about the way of treatment, whether it is a single medicine or the polypharmacy. अगर वो होम्योपैथ से ही आया है सो उसने कुछ बायोकेमिक कॉम्बिनेशंस लिए हैं या सिंगल मेडिसिन ली है, ये सब आप उसमें देख सकते हो. अगर वो पॉलीफार्मेसी अगर उसमें की है सो यू अगेन यू हैव टू गिव द प्लासिबो. सिंगल मेडिसिन अगर दी है एंड द एक्शन ऑफ दैट मेडिसिन इज वेरी लेस, सो यू कैन स्टार्ट योर ट्रीटमेंट. Some homeopathic physicians, they are writing down or they are noting the treatment way of treatment in their record book without giving any prescription to the patient. But in that case, if the patient want to refer the another physician for the second opinion, then that second physician will not get the proper history or the treatment which is going on. So it is very difficult for that physician to treat that patient homeopathically. So it is necessary to give the prescription to the patient which bears the legal evidence also. So if possible, give the prescription to the patient so that he can again refer it for the second opinion. So these are the certain advantages of prescription to the patient and for the physician. Again, we will take a short recap of it and then we will see the prescription forms. So the advantages for the patient, he can take the medicine on proper time and a proper dose he can take. He can do the certain auxiliary measures regarding the food, diet and regime. He can investigate if you are want to do the investigation by him, CBC, X-ray, USG or whatever the investigations according to the disease. In urgent cases, he can contact you, he can communicate you very easily. These are the advantages for the patient. Advantages for the physician, if that patient is yours only, then you can check the previous record and from that you will come to know whether it is deteriorated or it is on the way of recovery. It will be easy for you to give the second prescription. फॉलोअप की डेट, पेशेंट बहुत पहले तो नहीं आ गया है या पेशेंट ने बहुत टाइम तो नहीं लगाया आने में, इन दैट केस ऑल्सो यू विल गेट बाय द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन. If the patient is from another physician, then here the most important thing, you will get the name of that medicine, potency of the medicine and the repetition. That means in short, you will know the posology of that previous treatment. So it will be easy for you to give the second prescription or the first for you and the second for that patient. If that patient is from the allopathic medicine or the allopathic treatment, then here you can prescribe tetrapachic medicine or you can give the simple Nux vomica. If that action of the medicine is continue, the previous action of the medicine, here you can give the placebo. एंड फोर्थ वन इज दैट वो पेशेंट पहले सिंगल मेडिसिन ले रहा है या उसकी पॉलीफार्मेसी का था वो पेशेंट, ये भी आपको समझ जाएगा बाय द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन. So these are all the advantages of the prescription. Here in this prescription, we can use the different types of vehicles. So vehicles, we can use the sugar of milk, we can use the globules, we can use the tablets, we can use cones for the solid. Liquid vehicles also we can use, that is the purified water. We can use the glycerin, olive oil or the Vaseline. So we will take one example of the solid, liquid and then that of the Vaseline. So if you want to prescribe the liquid medicine, so liquid medicine again we have seen it in the dispensing and the administration of medicine. What are the different forms we can give the medicine. So if you want to give that liquid medicine with the purified water, so आपके यहाँ पर तो सब सेम ही रहेगा, that is the name, age, address. अगर आपको बेलाडोना 30 वहाँ पे देना है and that you want to give in the purified water, तो आपको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे, aqua distilla. And then you have नीचे आपको लिखना पड़ेगा MFT mist, यानी इसका मिक्सचर बनाना पड़ेगा. And then write down the BD for 4 days. So here you have to add the name of that vehicle. So यहाँ पे जाएगा name of vehicle. Okay, so that name of the vehicle, here you are using purified water. अगर आपको देना है that same prescription, the liquid medicine ही अगर आपको देना है but with the sugar of milk, तो यहाँ पे आपको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, SL, that is the sugar of milk. Again MFT pearl, that is वहाँ पे आपने मिक्सचर बनाया था, but here you are giving it in the solid form. So for that you have to change that language. The next you can give this medicine, that is a mixture आपको यहाँ पे देना है SL में, so SL वहाँ पे आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. The next thing, if you want to give the liquid medicine in the globules, तो यहाँ पे आएगा आपका ग्लोब्यूल का नंबर 20 नंबर, 30 नंबर, और LM पोटेंसी में अगर आप दे रहे हो तो 10 नंबर आएगा. अगर आपको ग्लोब्यूल्स ही देने हैं बट दैट विल बी इन द प्यूरिफाइड वाटर, तो वहां पे आपको फिर से लिखना पड़ेगा एक्वा डिस्टिला MFT मिस्ट, यानी उसका मिक्सचर बना के वो पेशेंट को देना है. Then if you want to prescribe the medicine in the form of the vehicle, that means a prescription with the external use अगर आपको देना है, तो here you have to write down the name of that instead of the medicine and potency, here you will write down the external application. अगर आपको यहाँ पे मदर टिंचर देना है तो आपका वहाँ पे फॉर एक्सटर्नल यूज आएगा या फिर इंटरनल यूज भी आप वहाँ पे लिख सकते हो. सो फॉर द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द ऑइंटमेंट आपको देना है, सो हियर यू विल राइट डाउन आर्निका ऑइंटमेंट, और आपको जैसे लगाना है पेशेंट को, सो फॉर एक्सटर्नल यूज आपको वहाँ पे लिखना पड़ेगा एंड राइट डाउन कितना टाइम वो आपको ऑइंटमेंट लगाने के लिए देना है पेशेंट को. So in this way you can change your prescription. Then अगर आपको मदर टिंचर देना है तो वहाँ पे आपको लिखना पड़ेगा बेलाडोना कैपिटल Q, so that pharmacist will understand कि इनको मदर टिंचर देना है. So here is the third question. Please give me the one example of the prescription for a man who is suffering from tonsillitis, and here you have to give the medicine belladonna, again belladonna 30, and with that advise him for the gargling. Okay, So for that gargling you have to uh, give the medicine for the gargling. So phytolacca again for the gargling you have to give, and phytolacca sorry, belladonna mother tincture for the gargling, and the belladonna potency for the, or you can take the any instead of belladonna you can write down the phytolacca, you can take the moxol or anything you can take, whatever maybe you want, हिपारसल भी आप वहाँ पे ले सकते हैं. So एक ही मेडिसिन आप वहाँ पे लो for the in the form of potency and in the form of gargling because he is having the tonsillitis. So internal use के लिए भी आपको वहाँ पे देना है, and गार्गलिंग के लिए आप उस वहाँ पे दे सकते हो. So your question is, एक सेकंड ना, एक्सटर्नल में मुझे आपको देना है. हाँ, simple. So the question is, write a prescription for a child who is suffering from injury. He falls because of some accident. So give him the Arnica 200 PID for 2 days and the same Arnica ointment for that injury. Okay, so internal भी हो गया और external भी हो गया. So how you will write down in the form of prescription? That is your question. So abbreviations आपको लिखने हैं in the first question में. Second question में आपको देना है which type of medicine should not be used in the prescription. And this is the third question. कि write a prescription for a child who fall and you prescribe that child Arnica 200 for 3 times a day for 3 days along with the internal medicine. You prescribe that child the external arnica ointment, and for that how to apply, कितना टाइम देना है वो आप लिखो. So I want the prescription for the internal and the external both. Clear? So these are the 3 questions for you as a homework. So write the form of that prescription properly. If you want to prescribe the 50 millisiemens scale potency, again the format is same. यहाँ पे सिर्फ क्या आएगा, instead of potency you can write down 0/3 or 0/1. Globule यहाँ पे number आएगा 10 number globule. Of course you are giving it in a sac. Then after that you have to write down here aqua distilla and rectified spirit, so that compounder will know कि this is a 50 millisiemens scale and make a mist, यानी mixture बनाना है. So वहाँ पे aqua distilla, saclac, rectified spirit, ये सब words आना जरूरी है. And along with that you ask that कि give the downward strokes, 10 equal downward strokes. So before taking each dose, 10 strokes to be given. Each dose is to be taken in a pure water. Then 1 teaspoonful is taken orally. The remaining portion has to be discarded. Each dose is taken in the every morning or in the evening, whatever you have described, in the empty stomach. Remaining dose should be used by the similar way. In this way, you can give the prescription for the 50 millisiemens scale also. So this is about the prescription, abbreviation, and examples of prescription. So prescription is a written document which is very important. We have seen the advantages. It has having the certain norms, forms. Norms means it should follow the proper sequence. Form means it should have the proper shape. It should be in a proper way. There should not be any scribbling, should not be there. It should be in a simpler form. Then it is easily readable. That is the legibility. Then it should be accurate and reliable regarding its ingredients. Then minimum dose should be given. The proper sequence is superscription, where the name, age, address, sex, and the RX sign will be there. Inscription, name of the medicine. This is again known as the body of the prescription. The name of the medicine, potency, quantity, name of the vehicle वहाँ पे आएगा. Then subscription, the instructions given to the compounder or the pharmacist, how to give and how to dispense. Signature, it is having the two parts, certain advice or certain points for the patient that has to be followed. With that, um, the signature of that physician with the date and the registration number. Then we have seen the certain examples of this prescription. Advantages for the patient, advantages for the physician. So we have to write down the prescription. So this is about the prescription. मैंने पहले ही बोला था आपको कि prescription 10 मार्क के लिए आता है और it may comes for the 20 marks. अगर 20 मार्क के लिए आता है तो आपको advantages, physician, advantage to the patient लिखना जरूरी है. So superscription is the heading. Inscription is the name of the medicine. Subscription for the pharmacist, and the signature is that is for the instructions to the patient, and for the registration number of the physician. So these all points should be covered. So whenever you are writing it for the 20 marks, please write down the abbreviations. Please write down the importance of that abbreviations. Then write down the definition of the prescription and short introduction. Write down the principle of the ideal prescription, that is a norm, form, legitibility, accuracy, administration, and what should not be involved in the prescription. And then write down the different parts of prescription properly along with the importance of that part there only. Name why it is important, age why it is important, address why it is important. And last, please write down the 2 to 3 examples by taking the different vehicles. And if possible, write down the advantage. So all these points are necessary for the 20 mark question. If they specified to write down only these things, then it is very easy for you. But if the points are not specified, then all these things are expected from you. So if the time remain, you can write down the 2 to 3 examples of that prescription. अगर आपके पास time नहीं है, so only leave by writing the vehicles which are useful for the homeopathic prescription. So आप वहाँ पे एक ही एग्जाम्पल देके vehicles देके छोड़ सकते हो, लेकिन अगर आपके पास टाइम है तो you can write down at least 2 to 3 examples of the prescription. So I think I am very much clear about the prescription, how to write it, and what is expected from these questions. Regarding the abbreviations, write down the abbreviations, its importance, and the certain examples. अगर आपको याद है तो उसका लैटिन मीनिंग और इंग्लिश मीनिंग अगर आप दोनों लिखते हो, so it is very easy. So अगर है 20 मार्क के लिए, आपके पास टाइम भी है, so please write down all these things regarding the abbreviations also. टाइम नहीं है तो 2-3 एग्जाम्पल लिख दो और छोड़ दो. डोंट राइट डाउन इट्स इम्पोर्टेंस एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. बट इफ यू आर हैविंग द टाइम, प्लीज राइट डाउन ऑल दिस थिंग्स प्रॉपर्ली. एंड इफ यू आर गिविंग द, जैसे मैंने अभी आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा है एक्सटर्नल इंटरनल का, अगर वो भी लिखते हो वेल एंड गुड. और 50 मिलीसिमल स्केल का भी अगर आप एग्जाम्पल प्रॉपरली लिखते हो, इट इज अगेन वेरी गुड. ओके, so this is about the prescription. If you have any query, you can ask me anytime.